Alright, so I'd like you to meet my CP girlfriend, cerebral palsy. Well, first of all, quick background. I was diagnosed with LHON, other neurological diseases. That's what possibly might more than likely caused the blindness. 1997, multiple sclerosis. So I know a little bit more about these neurological things, cerebral palsy, than most people. And of course, I've been in the community, taking myself out of population for a while, back in population, and then because I've been, they call dating and married to women who are considered abled, have been disabled since 1997. The great successes I've been having, obviously they get up and leave. It's American way, don't get me wrong, it's not just abled or disabled kind of thing, but I figured, okay, well, here it is, 2022. A few months ago, what was it, maybe January and then into February, I figured I came across, I was thinking to myself anyway, it could be kind of cool if I can maybe meet other women who might have this multiple sclerosis thing. But the reality is 80% of persons with multiple sclerosis are completely inactive. Completely. So don't do it. I mean, so like where am I going with this thing? There's a lot of people who have quite a bit of, I don't know, movement, whatever you want to call it. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, maybe I find somebody who's got a similar thing or would also have a disability too, so maybe there'll be more understanding, not to just try to get over on me, using me as a sperm donor, which is what I've been learning what these women do in America. They like to just go ahead and create children and try to think they can lord over a man. So, all right, this might work for me. So I got into this website on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. It's dating disabled, so it's only persons with disabilities. And I like I said, it's a thing for me, legally blind, and I mean, most people with multiple sclerosis after 30 years, in my situation, they ain't walking. They're barely even in a wheelchair. I just saw it. I mean, I needed the door to pull myself in. I'm actually still showing considerable improvement. So with that being said, hey, well, yeah, I understand where I am. So where do you go with this? Maybe there'll be a little more understanding. So I posted some pictures on the Facebook group, and of course there's also a website too. I guess it's called Disability Dating, but I didn't do it. I want to throw them down the money. I don't know how real it is. I talked to a few of the women in there. Somewhere one was in the Philippines, and a woman was in England. A few in the USA. So there's a woman in Georgia. I can't even remember her name. Really super pretty, right? Nice face. But she's got severe, just not all there. And she's got cerebral palsy. So her thing, and I talked to other people who've talked to her, and she's just looking for a guy to take her out to go to the movies and watch the movie, watch. You see what I'm saying? I'm blind. And then, of course, go out to eat. Look, I don't really eat out. I make the jokes that I do Taco Bell. I'll eat McDonald's French fries. I don't eat out that much, y'all. I mean, I'll do Chili's black bean burger. So I tried to explain. I did talk to the girl. So I tried to explain to her my heart's just breaking for her because, what's she going to do? I think she's 22-ish. So in her mind, what is a boyfriend, a date thing, is just a person who's going to take her out. What she wanted, her disclosure was that, like most women in this country, they want to, and I'm in this big thing too, is I'm polyamorous. So I was I explained to her, look, I'm not going to be able to see the movie thing. I'm not into movies anyway, and I don't eat out. I don't eat the kind of food that especially most Americans eat. I'm considered with vegetables, fruits and vegetables. She would not take it. She would, nope, I want to do it anyway. And I'm like, well, it doesn't work for me. My heart's just breaking for her. It's like I could just jump on a plane or, drive up there. She's in the Atlanta area. So it's like I could easily get up there and take her out. My heart was really for her. But you know what? The thing is, there's people out there that are sick. The majority of Americans would go for this girl. And the thing is, in exchange, I'm sure she would, in her mind, she'd do this. She's so desperate for a date that she would exchange and exchange the idea, the mental idea that, okay, well, in exchange for this date, we got to continue the date for sex. Now, that's mostly, how many prosecutors are actually going to take this case, because they're a bunch of fucks. I think it should be, I think it is, and it should be considered a serious crime. Because she's just not there mentally and physically. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's in a wheelchair. Most people with CP are just, worse off with regard to walking and mentally than people who are living with multiple sclerosis. And of course, then you got the issues of NMO, ALS, Devick's disease, is called it, and Lou Gehrig's disease. And you got the issues of Huntington's disease. You got the issues of muscular dystrophy. All different kinds of neurological stuff going on. What really is it? Doesn't really matter. We know there's something issues going on mentally with the girl. Where she's living with her parents, which is fine. I think that's great. When you're 22 or 25, 30, 50, I think it's cool. But still, it's like, where is the security, the protection, the oversight? My heart goes out to her in this situation, and there's a lot of people out there like this. It'd be nice to have the affection, the hugs and kisses in a situation whereby, you got somebody you can be able to say you got a boyfriend, girlfriend. And in this society, people do want to go move on to the whole husband-wife thing, and maybe even have what they call kids, because they're racist. It's a child, not a kid. But anyway, I couldn't continue with it. But the thing is, she fell for me so hard. She started calling me oftentimes on the Facebook Messenger, and really got attached. I saw a lot of it, a lot of me in her, the way she had these compulsive, reaching out, attachment. And I've come through a lot of this, especially 2022. It's been a big year for me with regard to the continued examination of myself. And I've got 7 children. Never got another father. I've called the police, sheriffs, children and family services. They just bully you. They don't care. But yeah, that situation could be a complete and total mess with regard to whomever she talks to, if it's not properly disclosed and understood the severity of the issue. So there's a lot of stuff like this, and Americans are really domineering on that. I've met a lot of people who are in relationships with people like that, and they're really just framing and manipulating a person in that situation. I don't know what else to say really regarding this. It's just going long anyway. Over 9 minutes about my CP girlfriend. No, we didn't talk for maybe more than a few days. I think she's the one who said no more talking to me.